Ultra-ass media.
Could you imagine having a girl, like you at, let's say you go to Waffle House, some bitches coming in that she don't like. They start getting, the girl just whipping your girl ass. You just like, man, stop. But she still done got an ass whipper. You like, come on, man, get off a girl, man. You done whoop that ass. Like, that's gonna hurt your girl.
So that's after the fact. You tell me to let her whoop my ass and then say you don't get off your ass.
I had faith in you.
No,
you was gonna be able to tussle.
The moment you realize that I'm not getting the best of her,
she get the first punch in the face.
The moment you realize, like, yeah, she not about to win, you need to step the fuck in, nigga.
To another dope episode of Something. I'm your host, Trapper, Bill Bixby,
JD,
Frank.
Rose.
And like always, we here to give you the real. We got something.
What's the name?
But as we always do,
Frank. All right.
we gotta shout out our engineer, Pablo, aka Trap.Teasy.
We be in the swamp sometime.
aka the Supreme Band. Running cut.
Oh, and Pound by Pound. You're supposed to throw
Pound by Pound.
You definitely supposed to do that. Shit, everybody, what's up, bruh?
That's it.
Yeah,
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Cuz?
What's up? What's up, guys?
We gotta give out this love.
Some love.
We got our
Some real love.
We got our first female regular co-host, JD. Exactly. You know, give blessings for her. Shout out, big love.
What's up?
We're gonna kind of finish off a little different. Start off a little different because we're gonna start off with what we finished off with the double standards, and finish giving our input on that because JD was sending it a little left, and I had to cut us off because that was some spicy shit.
But the thing is, Trapper is the one who brought up the topic, though. He the one mentioned it. I just wanted to delve into it, and he just
you want to get way too much of that.
I mean, if you're gonna bring up a topic, that's fine.
We had Tank. You
definitely said it first.
We definitely had.
He definitely said it first.
But I felt like I didn't want to get into it because we had Tank last episode. We had to Tank in the episode last. I was like, I didn't want to get him too much shine with his butt.
I didn't even know that was about Tank. I thought Tank was about something different. But
yeah, but I'm talking about the lady on there with the episode. She
was talking about that. Okay.
But being dominant, it gives her a sense of power. So that's why I brought up the whole dominant power. But we're not gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about double standards.
All right.
Because there are double standards, like we said. So to kind of refresh them for last time, we need to talk about what the double standards were we were talking about before we got into it.
We talked about so many of them.
Because there's a lot.
There's a
and
lot
both ways. Both ways.
I mean, shit, we already talked about that. I think we should just continue on and talk about, like the double standards we didn't touch on. Just get a little bit deeper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we got to know what we didn't talk about, so we can know what to talk about. Now, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what we already talked about, so we can.
All right. Well, you mentioned the whole beauty standard thing,
and it's a big thing now with social media. We are a generation. It's a generation of people liking what the masses like and what's shown on social media. You know what I'm saying? There is a way that you're supposed to look in the public's eye that people are following. You know, and there's so many different standards with that in itself. With like how the women are dressing like strippers now, and some are still trying to bring back that clothes, and you know what I'm saying, and how women might get judged.
It's a power struggle.
Yeah, but how women might be judged because they dress like that. Because we at this moment where it's Black Power, women movement. Women, you don't have to reveal yourself. And what's surprising is more men are the ones on the side trying to get women to go back than it is women. And then I feel like that's kind of.
You said go back.
Like go back to being more clothes.
More modest, yeah. It is men.
It's more men that's trying to fight for that. That's
women
crazy.
back modest.
Because you would think we were
when it was back in the day. But you know what? That's not necessarily true. They like to see the women.
I was about to go with it.
Not clothes, but when it comes to their personal household,
they don't want
it to happen. They go back to the whole.
That's what I was
behind.
I definitely agree.
I feel like the masses of the men just want y'all to be whatever y'all want to do. Yes, I feel like we just be like, all right, y'all want to do something, it's okay. Y'all can do it.
We just support
y'all
it.
should do it. Yeah, I feel like men just.
I feel like he's sweet and innocent.
Okay, so since
I love it that he feels that way because that means that he's very.
Let me say this. So you cool with your girl going out the house, with the headlights showing.
What's the headlight showing?
With titties?
With your nipples out. With your nipples with a little
Who walking
see-through
around?
sheer.
Oh, with the sheer?
With the nipple in.
That's not what. Where they going?
With the nipple ring.
Where's she going?
Shit, this was.
Oh wait,
she just
her titties.
skipping down the street.
Wait, you can see all her titty.
Yeah.
You can see all her
You see
titty.
it's on the dresses.
It's not just like you can see like this part. Like you see her everything.
No, it's sheer.
That's
So it's
the
like
new
a
thing,
covering.
bro.
Have you seen?
It's like a
Rihanna don't wear
It's like
it.
Right. Did you see the
Rihanna
Rihanna
wore
video?
diamonds.
No, didn't I tell you that I was a savage?
Oh yeah, needed
The
me?
purple
Was she walking
sheer.
around?
Yeah.
No, that's not okay for us to go on. Maybe
So-
if we're like
So
on a
yeah.
balcony.
So
chilling
it is
some
limits.
type of-
So it is limits.
So that's limits.
That's all I want to do.
That's all I
Yeah,
got.
it's
It's
definitely
limits.
I don't think there should be limits. Whatever she feel comfortable enough to walk out the door in, you should be confident for her. You should boost that
Exactly.
confidence in.
Why
Exactly.
you
And,
not put that pressure on?
and she can find a man that likes that. And
She can. That's very true. You
Exactly.
men have to have their
It's all our
own.
perspective.
Men have to have their own standards, but that's
Right.
why. That's why. This is the reason why I said people need to go back to dating. People don't date each other no more.
Very
If you
much.
take that time to date and get to know, then you'll know that she's more free with her body and she feels comfortable walking out the door with that. For example, I remember I was in Walgreens one time, and this was just a normal night. I stopped at the, I think I picked you up from work, and I went in there, and this woman was gorgeous.
Oh, I
Body
remember this
perfect.
guy.
But her outfit was like a net thing over her body, so
I
it was
wish I would've
see-through.
been in there.
So you can see her whole ass, you can see her breast.
Yeah.
But she was beautiful, and she was confident, and she walked in there like nothing. And the crazy part is, 90% of the women in line was shooting her nasty faces, and every woman that was with a man, all the men was looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was just like, all I think is, she looked good. If I had her body, I would wear that shit too.
Exactly.
And ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like you
No
was brave
judgment.
enough, you was brave enough to come out like that. Who am I not to
Who
give you
am
your
I
just diligence?
not to give you your
I'm
just
gonna look.
diligence?
You're looking good.
But just like Ralph
Thank you.
said, it's not gonna
I
be
enjoyed
every
that
man
pressure.
that's gonna be okay with
But to
that.
me, it's just like looking at Instagram. Like if you seen the bitches be out there in stores, it's like to me, I would just look at it like, okay, she trying to get an Instagram. So I look at it like that. I'm like, thank you. Just like I would double tap on like
And move on.
and move on. Like,
Right. But like I was saying, that's a part of the dating phase where you find out those things and see if y'all are compatible in that way. And it's definitely okay for men to say
Can I
that's
ask
not okay
you-
with me. And look
let me
look at
ask
the
you
girl.
this then: with the women that dress that kind of way, and they get a certain kind of attention for dressing that way, is it the man's job to defend her, even though let's say he accepts her for dressing like that, but he doesn't always agree? So then, because she's bringing that kind of energy to herself, does he have to defend her for that?
I feel
Or
like
that's something
in
she
that,
should do on her own?
so when you say that to me, I get the feeling of he's accepting her. He's not really accepting her going out with it. He wants to be with her, and they have had arguments. This is the scenario that's bringing to mind when you say this. They've had arguments about how she goes out, and she's just saying, "I'm going to go out this way no matter what," and he's just tolerating it.
Yeah, tolerate.
But when you tolerate something that you are really against, that's going to overflow in other things. So I feel like he's going to be excited for people to tell her, you know, or judge her on that. Because if
But as long as I don't bring the people.
let me finish.
Don't tell
It's
me
gonna
that.
be. It's gonna be. He's gonna be excited for that because it's like one more from my side. See,
Exactly.
other
I mean,
people think
but-
it too.
but-
See, it's not just me. You
said
know
that,
what I'm
but
saying?
I'm talking about a dude that accepted though.
Yeah,
But
he still
he
accepted
said
it.
no, he-
But I'm saying, yeah, he accepted it.
So if this is somebody that.
And that's what I'm saying. I
He on her
understand it.
side.
I'm on your side. Go on your side.
And you accepted.
But I understand if a man is trying to get. I'm just saying if I accept it, but if there's things I'm accepting that I feel like you could. There's things that come along with when you dress like this,
Right.
whether you want it to happen or not.
Definitely, and
You
she
have
has
to.
to
You
think
gotta be
about
able to handle that without having me having to handle.
But
it.
the thing of it is,
because you
yeah,
chose to be like that.
The thing of it is, you're
That's how I see
underestimating these women who
Nah,
do
you
that.
can't.
You don't think that woman that was in Walgreens heard the women's making
no, no,
comments?
it's-
If I heard her
and
making
them the women-
comments, did you think her head dropped or her confidence
listen,
dropped
exactly.
at all?
That's the woman that
Those
I could
women
be with.
already
That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
know
You want
that
to be with
type of
those kind of
attention
women,
is coming.
but every woman can't be like that. But they
Every
want to
woman
be like
can't,
that.
but that's how they figure that out. Maybe they're in
Yeah,
the
folded.
experimental phase,
Yeah.
and then they have to decide within themselves if it's something that they can deal with. Now, as far as the man backing her up, it depends on how far it's
For the
going.
disrespect.
Because you shouldn't allow nobody, a man, I feel like, especially when it's another man, the women can handle another woman. But if it's a man disrespecting your female
Yeah.
to a certain point, you as
But nah,
a
your
man,
man definitely shouldn't
I
let
feel like
another
you
man
should
disrespect.
step
I'm talking about
in.
women.
I
though.
feel
I'm
like
talking
at
about
a
women.
certain point.
woman can handle
Girl, you
women.
can't talk to my girl.
I would
You
feel,
can't talk to my girl.
That's what I'm saying.
It's okay, bro.
Like,
I
you
would
look
feel
at her.
some
You can
type
talk
of
to me
way.
about it, bro.
But then afterwards, you
You
should
ain't
be able to
gonna
go
like
back
that.
and tell
We
her,
can have
like,
a
hey,
conversation.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm still finna defend you, but no, this type of stuff you bring into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's the
Now
whole
understand my life.
conversation to
Now
have.
understand my life. You want me to understand your
Exactly.
life?
See, you're that dude.
Now you should understand my
you're
life.
that dude that's tolerating but not accepting. See the conversation you have with her right now?
I'm just saying, you want me to understand your life, understand my life. I'm gonna have to do this. All right, now.
I feel you.
Martial arts
But my thing is, when
like,
you
now one of the biggest niggas come up and I gotta fight his ass. Now I gotta fight his ass. You want me to get mad? No.
Yeah, you
All
got a
right,
point.
then.
You that Kevin Hart. You like Kevin Hart.
So
Like Kevin Hart.
you have to pay for these Miss Martial Arts.
All right, now let me throw it this way.
Nigga said Miss
So
Martial
the
Arts.
same way when she accepted that this is how she want to walk out the house and she knew what came with that, when you accepted her for that and said that I'm cool with it, you know what comes
That's
with
why I
it.
defended you. That's why I got to
Right. So then you can't turn around and throw that back up.
I
can. You definitely.
I can.
You definitely.
Because I
Not
did
okay.
it.
It's
'Cause I
okay.
did it.
Because you made that choice
Especially
too.
if you got your ass.
Because then,
Especially if you got your ass. I'm gonna
so
go
now,
shit.
so now you just butt hurt. Now you just got hurt.
Because
You should be burnt. I should let you get your ass.
But I'm not
See how
no,
hurt you
I'm a
is.
fight for
Because I bet you
every
will be
time I
burnt.
got to.
You just
So
got your
because
ass.
then all she gotta
Because
say is you knew what was gonna come with it too. And you knew that's what
I would have
happened.
had to beat her
And I'm
up too.
letting her know.
Somebody else
I'm
got to get beat up.
I'm always gonna fight.
Since that's how you
no
feel.
matter how
We all gonna be beat
So
up. in
going
this bitch.
back to your original question, because you was talking about girls. If it's
Yeah, girls, yeah,
So
yeah,
my
yeah.
feeling, like, I feel some type of way if my man gets aggressive with another female.
Exactly. You
I don't
want-
like that.
Yeah.
If it's between
I mean,
me and a
like
female,
what you mean? Like
if
you
I'm
defending you?
having an argument with a female
Okay,
over
you
whatever
want
it
to
is, if
defend
it's
you.
about my outfit or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's aggressive argument,
Yeah.
if he starts getting aggressive with her,
I wouldn't get aggressive. Just stand up for you. Like, hey, bro.
I mean, you can tell her like this, none of your business.
I hope people wouldn't fight like a bitch with her. Like,
But you
we go back
see
and
some
forth.
men do that,
Like, come on,
like they
bro.
get aggressive, and
All right.
I don't like that.
Let me throw this out there. When I say these things, I'm not talking about the overreacting. I'm talking about still being yourself as a nigga, bro. Like,
That's
you know, you can
honest.
still check a bitch for checking your bitch. Like, hey, bro, come on down, bro.
Right.
We don't even here for that.
That is
Get that
okay,
over
but
there,
I
bro.
also
And
feel
we can
like
go. It ain't no trying to be we got to get into something.
Okay, but before we get up there, let me ask you a question. Okay, like you don't like men getting aggressive, so let me put a scenario into play. Okay?
not with another female.
Let's just say y'all out shop, y'all just got some Taco Bell or something. You know what I mean? Y'all just walking in the
Never
park.
had Taco Bell, but continue.
I love Taco Bell.
Y'all just walking in the park.
They definitely.
Girl look at you, whatever. She just run up on you, start swinging on you. She just digging in you, boom. But it's on top of you, bow, 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 bow.
I'm getting my ass whipped.
And you get your ass whooped. And she on top of you, just meatheading you. You know what I mean? You start bleeding a little bit for your left eye.
Jesus, you gotta get this detailed,
You know what
Bill.
I mean? Like, and your boyfriend come over there and slap the shit out of her and get off you. Like,
He didn't have to slap the shit out of her. He could have
He
just
should've
got her
just grabbed
off. He could have just grabbed her.
I mean,
off.
I'm just going with the stream.
I would feel some type of way about him slapping the shit out of her.
Okay, you still feel the type of way. That's all.
Right, I would not feel some type of way about you. Better get if I'm getting my ass beat, you better get this bitch off me. But you ain't got to slap the shit
Yeah,
out.
I mean,
Yes.
when she got that death grip on you, that's the only way you can get off.
So
That's
you will.
extreme.
You
Nigga,
will
she got
want
a
to.
death grip. Like I'm just not fighting back at all. Like what's
That's a skit coming.
You'd have to go to the
Don't
most
tell us,
extreme.
listen, that's priceless, man. We gotta save our gems, man. We gotta save.
I'm just
Yeah, just go take these licks. I know what you're talking. Just taking these licks, bro. I ain't
I'm
gonna
just
fight
taking
that.
shots to it.
So you'll break up with him over that?
I wouldn't break up with him, but I would say I don't know if you should have slapped shit out of her like that, babe. I appreciate it, but I don't feel like that's something you
I
should
feel
have
like
did.
I got a little bit of New York in me. I try to foot the fuck out of her. Bitch, get off my shit. Fucking breast crazy. I would. I'm that kind of
I mean,
nigga.
I'm saying this.
Yeah, like that's okay.
And some women really feel like that. If you ain't do nothing, like,
Especially if she money
Some
women
women, some women do feel.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
like
if she beating the brakes off you, I gotta come hit her with some
You
force
gotta
and let her
come.
know.
You gotta come get her off.
Bitch. But if she just whooping you up, I try to grab her and like,
Yeah, get her off. I feel like I'm not
I'm gonna crack
gonna
jokes
be.
on you when we get back to the
I
house.
feel like I'm still going to be.
I'm definitely finna get on your
You're gonna get roasted,
bad.
bro.
Right. I feel like I'm still going to be
Make sure
struggling
hands.
with her, so I don't feel like she's gonna have that much of a death grip on me
Yeah.
that he gotta slap the shit out of her to get off me. But I don't know. That's
I mean,
just
she-
my
she-
understanding.
she-
of what my
You know, with
abilities
your
are.
abilities are.
Right.
I feel you.
But I definitely feel
But
like
you
if I'm
done seen
getting
some
my ass
videos
beat,
with some girls getting
I
their
have.
ass
But I feel
whooped.
like they're not fighting.
And
They're
the
not
girls-
trying.
Yeah,
They done-
this is make believe. We're not talking about you.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
talking about the
If I
scenario.
feel like if I'm getting my ass beat, I definitely want you to come get her off of me.
JD.
Yeah.
I definitely want you to come get her off.
Definitely want to.
I don't know that I want you to beat her up. Just get her off.
First of all, I'm a boyfriend. Like if I'm your boyfriend and I'm fighting, and I don't give a fuck, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I like good chicks. But I don't give a fuck, bitch. It's me and you versus one nigga.
Yeah.
It's me and you versus one nigga.
Now
bro. We gonna beat this nigga up.
But you know
why
what?
would you be sitting? Go, baby,
So
go.
team
Like,
combos,
come
team-
team. Bitch, you better come and mock this nigga.
You know what?
You better fuck this nigga up.
But you know what's funny about that, Bill?
Come hit this bitch.
This is the first double standard we can come up with because this is probably the only double
It's still a double
standard.
standard.
This is probably the only double standard that I will succumb with because I feel like
Got her.
my dude is
Got
getting
her.
his ass beat. I'm finna try to whoop old boy ass.
Exactly. Come
Not even get him off. I'm finna try to TJ come on.
Exactly. Come straight.
One of the straight.
How you on this ass? I'm gonna try to beat the brakes off of him.
That's how I feel, bro. Like, bro, I'm getting jumped, bitch. Fuck that.
Yeah.
We squabbing
Listen,
together.
and then if it's a big nigga, I'm coming with weapons.
Exactly. Shake this nigga.
I'm picking up heavy objects. So that is one double standard that I'll succumb to.
But I feel
I
like
definitely don't want my dude doing that to a
I
chick.
definitely would need a chick like that. I need a chick that's gonna be down to scrabble if it came to that. You know, and I'm not even that kind of person. But if I was ever to be in this shit, bro, I don't want my girl just like, he's
Standing on
getting
the
killed.
sideline.
Somebody help him! Bitch, you supposed to be choke
Y'all
this nigga
going to
eye.
jail today.
Stab this nigga with your nails, nigga. Do something. Scratch this nigga eye.
Yeah.
Bitch, you better do
Something.
something.
You do need to do something.
Don't just let me get my what
I
ass.
just can't just sit there and let you.
Don't just let me get my ass whooped.
Because I feel like that's a reflection of me.
Exactly. Now we can't be together. Don't let me get my ass. I can't even look at you the same. I feel like you got that. You just look at me like.
All I needed was that one distraction.
Exactly.
Knocked his ass
I
out.
can't even do exactly. You could have distracted the nigga.
Right.
Do something. You just watched it.
Just something.
Screaming help.
Give him a break.
Exactly. So you feel me?
Listen,
right?
you spider monkey, give him a break to get.
That's why I said I would help
A little
my chick
energy
because it's
back.
like I don't even want you to take the L, baby. Hey man, you should have.
I mean, of course I would have
played
played with a
better,
slap.
bitch. You should have
You
played
know what I
better.
mean? Help your
You should have
girl.
brought your girl.
He said he gonna stop us, so.
Hey, bro, you should have brought your nigga. You was coming to fight my bitch. You knew she had a nigga. You should have brought your nigga. Clearly, you came up so fast. You the one came up. That's like in war. Why would I be to give you the fair war?
Right.
Bitch, nah, nigga, you can't ask shit. Okay, we finna spank that ass now, girl. Take that ass back, and you gonna know not to come over here by yourself, bro. Hey, I ain't finna
Shoot
shoot
back around here with that bullshit.
Yeah, we too wrong, bro. Bro, you finna get your ass, bitch. You not finna fight my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I can just imagine, bro. Listen, I mean, as a man,
definitely a
as a
believer
man,
in the one
could you
time
imagine having a girl like you at? Let's say you go to Waffle House. Some bitches coming in that she don't like. They start getting the girl just with the whipping your girl ass. You just like, man, stop. But she still done got an ass whooping. You like, come on, man, get off a girl, man. You done whoop that ass. Like, that's gonna hurt your
So
girl.
that's after the fact. You tell me to let her whoop my ass and then say
Well,
you don't get off your ass.
I had faith in you.
No,
I thought you was gonna be
nigga.
able to tussle.
The moment you realize that I'm not getting the best of
Once she get the first punch in the
the moment you realize, like, yeah, she not about to win, you need to step the fuck in, nigga.
I gotta get that done. Like, okay, I'm like a coach.
Listen.
Get out of here, get out of here.
Throw in the towel.
Throw it, goddamn.
Throw in the
Come
towel.
on, baby. Goddamn, you post the bar. You post the bar.
Throw in the towel.
I feel you.
God damn.
Because I do have faith in my girl. I would like to think that I don't have
Give
to
her a
jump in too
chance,
fast.
yeah,
You
give
know
her a
what I'm saying?
chance.
I want to see. Like,
Yeah.
all right, then.
But then when you realize,
Oh, shit, man.
yeah,
Come on, baby.
okay.
It's all right, man.
Throw in the towel.
And I'm going to joke you. Because that's the kind of nigga I'm. You got your ass whooped.
I would expect nothing less.
You get on out
Because
there.
I'm gonna be telling everybody how to get this nigga off you.
Yeah.
I do have to fight.
You're right, man. But I definitely
Whoop my baby up.
I definitely would jump in within a long time because that's just me. I'm not gonna let my girlfriend get beat up.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's by a girl.
Yeah, you can't see that.
Yeah, I just can't see.
Nobody-
I just can't see
I would
myself.
hope because that would then if you don't jump in at all, then I'm gonna feel some type of way about you. Like, so you just don't give a fuck.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Cause she gonna be like, oh, so you just gonna let me get my ass whooped? That's
So basically, you saying this shit is
There
over.
we go.
it's over.
It's
That's how I would feel though if I was the man and you just let a nigga beat me. Oh, so we just done, huh?
So basically, we just
Fuck you too.
right. So basically, this is over.
That's what I said. That's why you have to fight for me, bitch. I wish I ain't even. Get your hands off me.
Don't try to wipe off my
That
face.
shit be choking your ass right now.
I want to fight your ass.
I should be choking you out right now for doing that shit. You let me get my ass whooped. But that, I mean, that's just we supposed to be partners. We supposed to be like, come on, man, we gotta take this shit together,
Yeah.
bro. I can't let you get your ass whooped. Can't let me get my ass
Yeah.
whooped. If we get ass whooped together, hey, we got that ass whooped together.
But we still together
But
as
we
a team.
still agree. I can take the L with us, cause it's us. I don't want to be the only one taking the L. You telling niggas stories about how I took the L. My baby just got his ass whooped, but he was so strong because he never folded. Nah, bitch, what were you?
You ain't get knocked out?
Yeah, what were you?
Yeah, I play way too many
Yeah,
games.
exactly, bro. I'm not finna get
That's
knocked
crazy,
out.
man.
But that's why I could kind of feel Kevin Hart when he was like, if I just know I can't win. It's like sometimes people, we are that. I don't know, but men are let women get them into a situation where there's just no winning. You're not gonna win that one, bro.
Right.
Sometimes it's okay to take the L and be like, look, baby, let's run. Like we're not gonna win this.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah, you know, sometimes don't get yourself killed over no shit that you knew you weren't gonna win anyways because that person was already on that level.
I've got people into some situations because of liquor. Not proud of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, just luckily them niggas was always with other niggas, so it worked out. But if they was ever alone, they might have been in a situation.
It definitely would be, bro. But I feel like double standards, I feel like would the world be better without double standards? It would. But I couldn't see a world.
I think they're necessary, man. To be honest.
Yeah, I feel say I couldn't
You
see a
think double
world.
standards are
There'll
necessary?
be a world without double
Some of
standards.
like, because it's not all bad double
Yes,
standards.
exactly. I don't feel.
What's a good double standard?
Like I'll say, like men not putting their hands on women is a good double standard. But that's a
Well,
double
what's
standard.
the double standard part of it?
But
That women can put their hands on men?
Exactly. Women,
So-
like, and the punishments and all that. That's
So with
part of
that-
the double standard.
So, but that being said, then you would accept that double standard of men,
Because men are
Not
stronger
good.
and
and it's okay for the women
I
to
want
hit
this
on the
bitch to
men.
get the same
I'm not
energy
saying
that
that
I
it's
would get.
okay, but it's definitely a double
But you
standard.
said
on
it's a good double standard.
You put your hands on me,
Women are protected in it, so how is it not a good standard? Double standard.
I feel like the double standard part of it, nobody should put on either side.
Man, we're not talking about that part. Of course, we understand that, but I'm just saying, like, is a double standard that's positive. Man, you don't hit women because you're way stronger than a woman. You could hit her one time and kill her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And even the way that people look at double standards in the world, like, if a woman beat up a man, like it's gonna be a way
Listen,
different punishment.
I done
Definitely get
seen,
clowned.
You know what I mean?
I done seen some
and it'd be a way different
women
punishment.
that should be
Definitely.
arrested because of how bad they beat a dude.
But
did they know?
That's
I
what I'm
done
about to
seen
say.
it.
It's a
I
bad
done seen
word.
it.
That's a double standard.
That's definitely a double standard, but it shouldn't be a double standard
It shouldn't.
because there's some women out there whooping people.
I understand where you're coming
It's
from,
no
but I
standard in
definitely
favor.
feel like
Other women.
I won't say good. I won't say good. It's in favor.
because
It's in favor of the women. It
Like I
definitely
said
is.
before, if my son, if I had a son, called me and said this woman continuously putting her hands on him, police getting called, all this nonsense. It's only so many times, like my mama always said, if you can give a lick, you can take a lick. You're not finna just keep beating on my son. At one point, I'm gonna tell him just give her a little slap.
You're right now. See?
Settle down.
Get it right.
That ain't right either. Then.
It's not right.
It's
But
not
that's why
right.
I said it's not right on his side, because I don't feel like you should be able to just beat on my son. And it's okay. Nobody should nobody put their hands on each other or everybody put their hands on each
I
other.
definitely agree. If we're gonna put
That's
our
what I'm
hands
saying.
on each other, we're gonna put our
Like,
hands on each other. Don't put your hands on me, and I
I'm
won't put my hands on
not an advocate of men putting their hands, but I'm not an advocate of anybody. I feel like if you put your hands on somebody else, you need to be prepared to fight.
I mean,
Period. Whoever it is.
another.
That's my point. Don't
Choke
put
it out.
your hands on nobody that
Another-
you don't expect to put your hands back out here. Like I remember Whoopi Goldberg said it on The View. She said, even though I'm not agreeing with men putting your hands on women, a woman should never go into a situation believing that just because she's a woman, that man won't put his hands on her. Don't put your hands on nobody that you are unprepared for them to put their
And
hands
that's
back
how I
on.
feel. Like, and just be able to beat the person that you plan on putting your
Exactly.
hands on.
When you go into this situation, be prepared for every outcome.
Exactly. Be prepared, bro. Because you never know. That person might snap. He might was cool with you putting your hands on him.
And then it might be over time. You know, put your hands on them, put your hands on them, put your hands on them. I'm not saying it's right, but you need to be prepared
For the
for
outcome.
every outcome. Stop putting your hand on this man thinking that he's not going to hit you just because you're a female.
I agree. Women need to. That's a good lesson.
That's a good lesson to
Because
learn.
women do feel like
They feel
women,
like just
they can
because
just
they're
put their hands on
women,
you.
he's not going to hit me because I'm a
Especially
woman.
the little ones.
You
small.
need to
They're
stop
like,
thinking
it ain't
that,
gonna
man.
hurt
Stop
you.
putting your hands on these
And the small
men thinking that they won't. Because
It's like
it's
they
been
go to
proven
the
that
worst
they will.
extreme. They don't.
You
They
know
don't
what
just
I'm
want to
saying?
hit
It's
you
been proven
with
that
their
they
hands
will.
because they feel like it don't hurt. So they want to hit you with items and hit you with, you know what I'm saying?
Sharp items.
Sharp items. Nah, like, come on,
Hot
bro.
items.
I'm supposed to just let you keep fucking around with this.
Right.
I'm about to knock your ass out. Let you know we ain't playing.
Right. And in the
Cause
ideal,
now it's me and you, bitch.
And
Me
in-
and you.
in the-
Like, look, bro.
in the ideal
called like-
situation,
yeah.
the man should walk away.
Exactly.
But the point is, you can't just think that's what he will
But most
do.
women don't let you leave.
What if
They
you walk
don't.
away to a nice
Exactly.
back?
Exactly. To a
That's
bitch.
horrible.
Yeah, these.
And
Yeah.
then you're
She should go to jail.
You're
for
just
that, what I'm
horrible
saying.
for being the good guy. You got a horrible face for being the good
Yeah,
guy.
you're the good guy.
You got a knife in the back for being
But my point is, just because somebody should do
Whoa.
something doesn't mean that they will.
I feel
Don't be out here. This is my message to women. Don't be out here putting your hands on men thinking that just because you're a woman, he won't put his hands back on you.
That's a message.
I'm not saying that it's right. I just need you to understand because your safety should be your first priority.
First priority. Just like mine is. You throwing boiling hot grits on niggas and boiling. Yeah, come on, man. You don't think that shit gonna lead a nigga to tripping out and being like, bitch, you trying to kill me? And yeah, I should have left, but bitch, you should have left too. Before we got to the point of trying to throw hot grits. But clearly we both stick it here. Like, clearly we both crazy.
And
but
like,
you about to get this hand. Bring him heaven, give him hell, bring it back to earth. You know the combo.
You know the combo. Get over that shit. Bring him hell back to earth. Jesus. That's a heavy topic. That's a heavy double standard right there.
That's a heavy double
That is a big deal. That whole men putting hands on women versus women putting hands. Everybody keep your hands to yourself.
I mean, at the end of the day, we talking about a double standard, so like it really ain't gonna be good. It's just favorite.
It is favorite.
And it's like I said, it's hard to get rid of.
None of it is really good.
Exactly. It's gonna be hard to get rid of standards though, like I said, because people that's how people think. You
like
men have to think of red line on one accord.
You know,
right.
all that type of
It's
shit.
always gonna be.
It's always gonna be somebody else. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get everybody to agree on your side
You
because
are.
people. That's just human nature. People just don't agree.
And people can't agree to disagree either. A lot
That's
of
the hardest thing for most people.
It's the hardest thing for most people to do.
We know some
They
people
can just
within the family. Can't let that nigga won't let shit go.
Will not let it go. It will.
That nigga search you out on social media.
I'll you down.
Love that
you
nigga,
just,
boy.
God, you just enough.
I get him. Wave the white flag on the neck. You got it. I've been got that shit a week ago. You left that shit.
You got that shit, nigga. Okay.
But you know, you're right. Some people don't let shit go.
Yeah.
But double standards, man, it's a. Like I said, it's like
It's
almost.
so
I don't want to say it's a
real, man.
necessity, but what how society is, it's a necessity because this is how our society is. So you couldn't really. It'll be chaos if we didn't have.
You know what? That's the sad part because
That's the part of it. It's
if
way
you
into our
did
culture.
pull away, just like with that example with that double standard, if you did pull that double standard away with the men hitting women, women hitting men, you got some crazy ass men who would just be like, well, it's a free fall. I'm out here beating bitches ass, you know. So
Yeah, but you know, because some people.
So they're necessary, like I said.
Yeah, it's a necessary evil, like they say.
it is a necessary evil.
Because, like I said, you have to have certain double standards because it just protects the crazy, the wild, like laws. It's just like just having laws. You have to have, even though we think the laws suck and they care. Like I told them, like I'm one of the people, because you know it'd be pure chaos. But some people will really go crazy if we didn't have these certain.
But the
things
sad
in
part
place.
is because of the mentality of the people. If the people had a better mentality, then we could get rid of double standards.
But it just ain't gonna happen.
Mentality.
Like I said,
It's not so much vengeance and hate.
Yeah, and I enjoy a little.
Because like if that was lifted, and then niggas would just start beating females' asses, then females would have to carry a lot of guns, and it would just have a lot of death.
I feel like
females
females are definitely evolving creatures. So next thing you know, niggas gonna be running from the females.
Listen,
they are.
I'm glad we said this because
That's definitely possible.
I'm glad you said that because they're definitely always evolving, and women have a more sinisterness to them.
Yes, they do.
And let's just get that out there
Because
because.
they hold.
But
they could be a lot more malicious.
A way more extreme level.
Because they hold shit in.
And they're planners.
Exactly.
Men react emotionally in the moment. Women will plan.
And you done configure the whole goddamn plan in your mind and intricate plots and shit.
Mastermind
scheme.
some whole
9
scheme.
to 10 months.
Listen, exactly. It's past due. The man think you completely over it. Then boom, out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's poison.
But exactly, she been eating poison for 7 months. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of
That's like
you've been hating me for this long.
Yeah, that's like I don't know if you ever seen the movie White Oleander. That's like that, where the dude cheated on the woman, and over time she was still carrying on her relationship. The whole time she slowly poisoning this nigga with the white oleander.
That's what women do, bruh.
In his milk.
Women do it, bruh. Y'all crazy.
Damn, I love no.
That's why, but you know, and this is my thing too with abuse, and this is one of the reasons why I don't abuse people, and because the simple fact that I can never trust you again. If I don't whoop your ass, I'm always waiting for the get back. Like in my mind. So it's like when we sleep up, I wouldn't be able to live like that. I'm like, yo, bitch, we over. I'm sorry, bitch. You ain't gonna be able to kill me while I'm there. You're gonna have to come to my house and break in and get your vengeance. Because I'm not gonna stay where you just whip my ass and get
she
me
might
off guard.
still get her get back though. Women are planners, man.
That's what I'm saying. She's gonna have to work at it.
I'm
not gonna make it easy. Like
the thing is, most women are okay with working at it.
I tell people like I tell the police, I would never just give the police an easy arrest. Like, yeah, there you go. Nope, not no more, bitch. You working for this? Oh, they paying you? We finna run.
We finna run.
We finna do. You finna work for this shit.
Really? You realize at the end when they catch you, it's gonna be worse for you.
Yeah, so we're going out with a bang.
Thelma and Louise, jump off.
I don't know about that. My knee's bad too, so I can't run far. But I'm just saying, it's not gonna be just a simple.
Oh,
you
God.
just arrest me and okay, let's go. Nah, I gotta give you this energy. But double standards, like I said. So we agree that they're pretty much in that.
Let's talk about. I got a good double standard that actually Bills had mentioned before off camera. The fact that men are more accepting of a woman being a lesbian than they are of a man being gay.
That is true. Yeah. But I think that's the world in general is more accepting of women being lesbians than men being gay.
I think
we like men. Straight men love lesbian women.
Mm-hmm.
We love that. Straight women love lesbian women.
I mean, that's
true.
Not all the time.
It goes both ways.
You know what I'm saying?
It goes both ways. Yeah. Women I think women are so beautiful.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
But you think the women?
Men who walk around and call each other beautiful.
Wait, but I'm saying, are you saying that the women who accept the gay women, they are less accepting of the gay men? No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying women are more accepting of gay women than they are gay men.
I don't know if I agree.
Well, even though I guess though, because they hang out with most gay men.
Girls love
gay men. They stay with the gay men.
For the most, I'm not saying all, but it's the larger majority of the men are accepting of the gay females than they are of the gay men. Women just.
No, what he's just saying is that it's on both sides. Yeah, it's men and.
It ain't gonna.
It's a larger percentage of.
Well, what I'm saying is, it ain't too many men accepting of gay men.
You know what I'm saying? It's a larger percentage of men not accepting of gay men and accepting of gay women.
I think the men part is the more heavy part. That the men are not accepting the other gay men.
Right, but they're accepting of women being gay.
Yeah, and like I said, men like seeing women
accept both.
Right, women accept it on both sides for the most part. There are some women that don't accept either side. There are some women, few that only, but for the most part, women are accepting.
Most women, yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, you're a man. Tell me why.
Why we ain't accepting of gay men?
Right. Why does it bother you more for gay men than it will for gay women?
It don't bother me at all.
Yeah, I feel saying.
Okay, well, why do you think there are men? Because there's a large percentage of men that it bothers.
I think because of how men was raised and how men are manly men, how they feel like.
The same thing women like about men.
Yeah, I feel like we have been programmed to be that way. That you're supposed to be manly man, you're not supposed to be a man. And it's like, it was always frowned upon for long periods of time, men liking men. Like, you know,
it was frowned upon
but
on both sides though.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So that's why men don't like it as much. But women was more accepted of liking women. Like it's something sexual about two women liking each other. They made that's why it's so popular.
But see, that's what it is. That's the key part of it. It's because you as a man, a straight man, you can sexually fantasize about these two women together. So is it really that you really accepting of their lifestyle, or is it just fact that it is a turn on for you? So okay.
If that mixed into it, I'm not gonna say it's no part of that. I'll be lying. It's not just that.
Because
it's something mixed into it. I do like to see that.
Of course it gets though.
But you see what I'm saying? It's a sexual response.
But
like,
listen,
this turns me on, so now
I
I am accepting of it. Or is it just I am accepting of your lifestyle?
It's good. I said it's a little bit of both. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of me liking what I see.
Right, because you can't see anything sexy
about
two women.
Definitely. Yeah.
Right, so that's what it is. Because you can't see anything as a straight man sexy about two men.
Exactly.
But because this is sexy to you, okay, I accept this.
Yeah, that has a part to play with. Exactly. I'm
my
not
eyes are
accepting
accepting it.
Yeah, my whole feeling me is accepting it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
But
And I
actually want to see
it's left up to men if they like.
It's more than accepting. I want to see.
We in a place now where I'm okay with men that like men. Okay, bro, that's what you like. I'm all about people living their own life.
Right.
Like, and that's what I don't understand about.
And we're steadily moving that way.
I'm not saying, but now let me say this. I don't think that, and I said that earlier too. I'm glad you said it's moving that way.
Yeah.
They're trying to get rid of all genres. Like, it's weird, but I'm not saying that I would want. Like I haven't got to the point of accepting that I want like everything that has to have something gay in it. And what I mean is like same sex. I don't matter if it's woman or woman or man or man. I haven't got to the point where I just okay with just always having that in a part of what people see.
What do you mean?
like gay scenes. I'm not okay with, and it doesn't matter if it's woman with woman or man with man. I haven't came to the accepting that on TV where kids
like
can watch it.
In roles.
Yeah, on roles and all that. You know, has a lot of gay TV coming on. I'm not saying it's bad, but I just haven't got into it. I haven't got there yet.
Where kids can watch it.
Yeah, well, you know, now I'm just saying kids watch this shit now.
On prime time.
They watch Empire and they watch those shows like that.
But
I'm
see,
just saying,
now that
not
goes back.
little kids, but I'm talking about kids in that age where they're
So you don't want to pressure on it?
Exactly. I feel like not even that, but it's like when you kids.
Now see, my thing is when this is what bothers me about that. I understand what people are saying, like it's being mixed in, but that's because that's the culture right now.
That's
right
what
now,
I'm saying. Yeah, that's
it
the
is
culture.
accepting of it. So of course it's being mixed in because they want to draw on their audience too.
Yeah, they lead it away.
As far as entertainment side, it's what, like I don't think people who are entertainment are writing these stories are like they're trying to get the kids to be gay. I think they're trying to draw in a new audience because that's a big thing.
Because they know there's some kids out there that's gay.
That's gay. They want to draw in the audience, come relate to us on this show. But I feel like when parents say, "Oh, the kid's gonna watch this and they're gonna be gay," it's the same thing like when they used to say, if they listen to the bad rap music, they're gonna go kill people.
Yeah, I agree.
Or if they play GTA, they're gonna go robbing people. Listen, that's about how you parent your child. Stop trying to blame it on these entertainers, these game designers, and these singers and stuff. They're doing entertainment. And no, you can't control everything your child do, but you can parent your child.
Exactly, and I agree that you gotta stop them. You have to limit what they can access. Because back in our days, we couldn't access a lot of stuff as free.
We had to do some work to get some of that stuff.
But we had to first.
You had to
You
work.
had to pray that the shit come out clean. Usually it's just a bunch of scribbling.
That's what I'm saying. You had to work to get to
see some sex scenes.
access
But sex wasn't.
some of this stuff.
I think that a lot of older people feel like that way because sex wasn't so as out as it is now. So back in the days, you know, women couldn't really dress provocative like how they can now. It was always covered and shit like that. So we just in the sun's down where we don't. It's hard for older people to feel the younger generation, but we got to realize it's always going to change. We can't stop that shit. Every generation is going to be a little different. Bro.
And I'm like, I feel like sometimes there might be. The thing with that is, I feel like sometimes you're giving these entertainment people too much credit. You're making these people gods. Now there might be some. You know what I'm saying? There might be some people that have ulterior motives out there, but everybody in entertainment is not out to destroy the masses. You know, they're literally out trying to make a check. So what they feel is going to draw in their audience, that's what they discuss. This is going to draw in audiences 18 to 25, gay, straight, lesbian, because this is the cast and this is how the storyline goes and this is what we're targeting. That's their mind plot because they're trying to get ratings and they're trying to make money. It's not, yeah, we're going to put this in here because we're going to turn Bobby gay. That's not their ulterior motive. That's not.
I think if I made a show, I would want to turn people towards my way.
It's more of
my way of thinking.
Okay. Can I talk now, guys?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now. Let me get my perspective on this, man. Like I want to say more or less that it's definitely the parenting. You know what I mean? And I would say I don't like that it's on prime time. You know, I can see if it's on HBO. It's time and places for different things. You know what I mean? Kids shouldn't be able to just turn the channel and see two men kissing. You know what I mean? Depending on their age. You know what I mean? Like really, I have to say they should be damn near adults, man, if they saying shit like that. You know what I mean?
And that also goes back to what you are allowing your child access to.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, nowadays, your son can walk out the door and see two men kissing.
Yeah, sure enough.
See two women kissing.
Sure enough.
Eventually, he's going to be exposed to it, but that goes to parenting too, and how you discuss that with your child.
It's called television programming, though. It's called television programming. You know what I mean? Like children are programmed by the television. Like we all were programmed by this television.
You definitely, the more you see of something, the more you.
It should be on HBO. That's all I'm gonna say.
But at the end of the day, kids, it's a difficult way to work. When you put so, I feel like I'm one of those people because there's so much technology beginning so fast that I feel like kids should slow down with it because it's so much coming so fast.
Exactly.
It's just so much coming so fast, and it's just
like a parent can barely catch this.
But what I'm saying is like cyberbullying. It's so much. It's such a broad thing. It's such a deadly thing because people are so influenced by what other people say or what they see. I wish the kids wasn't like that because we're not like that. We come from a generation where we wasn't easily influenced by what we see.
But my thing is when you start attacking the writers and entertainment about what you're attacking they
we ain't gonna attack
them. We're not attacking them.
I mean,
we're attacking the programming.
My thing is
censorship. Where it should be.
Censorship is an attack on creative expression.
You're a creative person, that's why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You feel like we limiting your
So you're
creativity.
limiting my creativity. I didn't write this for your child.
Yeah, you wrote this for other people. If your
I
child just
wrote,
happened to see it.
if your child happened to see it, it's not my intention for them to see it.
I
But
feel
you're
you.
limiting my creative abilities by saying this can only be on one station or only have access. Some people don't have money
I
for
don't get
HBO,
it. Exactly.
and I wanted to reach more people than
I
that.
feel you. You definitely.
I'm not saying I wanted to
Or
reach
she come
kids.
on at 1 o'clock at night or some shit.
Some people
Yeah.
sleep.
All kinds
I
of
don't.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's
It's about
limiting.
money. It's definitely about money.
And it's
I'm
about
trying to be
my
famous.
success.
Yeah,
I'm trying
be
to get
famous.
my things known.
Exactly.
And I apologize if
And
your
that's why
child
it's
had
prime time.
access
That's
to
why
it.
it's prime time.
But this is my
Everybody watches
creative
it at that time.
expression.
So I want you to. My shit
I
to be
want
played
it to
at
be on prime time.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Prime
what
is
everybody
good.
see.
Prime
Yeah.
is a positive word.
Yeah.
You know?
It's-
So I don't want you to restrict me. Like, it's like giving
Yeah.
me a slap on the wrist. Like, you wrote that. Get over there in the corner.
Yeah, get it for the late hours.
Get it to the late hours.
I feel you.
You know,
it's hard, man.
I understand it from both sides because you don't want. I mean, like I said, and then that's just me because with parenting, when I find Willow watching something, I delete whole app. She lost YouTube because she got caught watching something she had no business watching. Whole app gone. That's me as a parent. That's me taking. That's not me saying, now I'm about to tell these YouTubers you shouldn't be putting this out there. No,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be watching that because I taught you better. So now you lost it.
We're not talking about the people that's actually going out there promoting to
There are people.
stop
out there.
people. I'm just talking about my opinion. I would never say, hey, NBC, cut that shit out.
They have people.
Like
that do
even,
that.
but listen, because even with the Roseanne shit, remember when Roseanne did that and everybody was like, oh, she get fired. I don't care, bro. I
Right.
wasn't watching Roseanne like that anyways.
I really
That was
wasn't.
for that. That was for that genre of people.
I'm gonna go
anyway.
out there and I'm
That was
gonna
for her
be
people.
the bad guy in this situation, but I felt it was a little extreme to take her whole show from her.
Exactly.
It was
I
her
agree.
goddamn name on the show, and you fired her.
You
from
know,
the
but
whole show. I felt kind of bad for her.
I felt like this is exactly who Roseanne is. We just have to accept
She
her for
did
that.
this before though. This wasn't the
Exactly.
first time she had issues like
we
this.
can't.
This is who
cancel.
she
We
is.
can't just cancel everything because we don't agree with
she
it.
was.
And
why
we're
they
the
had to
council
use
culture.
such extreme action.
We've been saying that for weeks, that we are in a council culture, that anything that somebody dislikes, and the bad part is there's so many different things that people don't like, that you can get canceled without even really trying to offend nobody.
Nowadays,
They
there's more shit
cancel
that
her
people
quick,
don't
man.
like than they actually like, bro. It seems like.
I don't know. And she, I mean, I'm
People
not.
focus on
She
what
was
they don't
wrong for what I don't know. Something about calling the lady a monkey or something.
Yeah.
It was wrong. It was definitely wrong. Everything they said to her on social media, she got. But goddamn, she got fired from the show.
I mean, but
Oh, sure.
let me tell you what I really feel though too. I feel like if she got fired, hey, you took the chance, Roseanne.
You did take a chance.
You took this gamble.
You
now.
did.
They
You
decided
did.
not to fuck with you. Okay.
Yep.
If they would have let you keep your job, I wouldn't have protested like get her
Okay.
off, get her off.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm like.
okay.
The fact that was the
Clearly,
thing
they
for
let me
me.
know they fuck with her.
Wait, that's my thing is that she lost the job because people were going against her so bad about it that they just like, oh, we're gonna take her off.
Okay, so shoot on the other foot. Like if it was if it was if Roseanne was a black person
She said
and
cracker.
a white person, she called a white person a cracker. You know, would you feel the same way?
Well, she didn't call the lady a nigga. She said she's a monkey or some shit like
But
that.
I tell you, even if she did call her a cracker, I wouldn't want her to get fired. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
'cause that's
It's
extreme.
people that feel like that in the world. I'm sorry,
Straight
nigga.
up.
It's racist people in the
But
world.
you know what?
And
I said that I
No.
feel like I shouldn't have to lose Paula Dean's good food because in
But-
1972 she said
The black person gonna get fired faster than Roseanne got fired.
that shit pissed
But
me
of
off
course.
because I felt like I was obligated to no longer want Paula Dean's food. When
She
I
was part of
like
that black
watching her
people cancel
show.
culture.
Listen, she taught me how to make the jalapeno crackle cornbread. That shit's delicious.
Now you can't even
And
eat
now I felt like when that happened, you telling me I can't have the jalapeno cornbread no more because 15, 20, it wasn't even then. This was something they dug up from years ago that she said, nigga.
Let me ask y'all this, and this is me truly feeling this. I feel like every white person in the history of white people
Has said it.
has said
At
this,
one point in time.
has if not said it, thought it.
They gotta get out of this.
I feel like they now and I'm gonna say this.
They
I
gotta
feel
get
like
out
you
of
have white people who's like they done thought it, but they're like, I'll never say that. So they have to work themselves up. I'm never gonna say the N word because that's just not me. But you done thought about it. Look at these like this nigga stuff. Like you done said it, bro. Right. So when I see white people come out, and I agree with people saying that they shouldn't have the platform to say that. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, but at the end of the day, if we're talking about freedom of speech, bro, you can't.
And the thing
really
was, it
stomach
wasn't
a
even
person
something
like
like she said on the show. Like for instance, like the years ago when the sports announcer called the black NBA nappy-headed hoes.
Yeah.
All right, that's live broadcast. I get it. This was something that was dug up on Paula Dean from back in the day that somebody said she said this.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, this wasn't like she went on her cooking show and said, all right, niggas, we're making chicken today. You know what I'm saying?
We not, but yeah, with Paula Dean, but I'm talking about with the other lady too, the most recent.
Right,
person.
that was Roseanne was broadcast. That's why I said I understand the attack on her.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I just felt like it's extreme that she lost her
job. But I feel like if you lose your job, okay.
If you did, yeah, it's like whatever. It's like I didn't lose sleep over it, but it was like, God damn.
Because like at Roseanne, I remember your show when I was younger, but I wasn't like, oh, Roseanne, let me run to watch your show.
Right, there was like some hit or miss episodes.
But I thought Roseanne was a white person show even back then. Even though I enjoyed it, I thought it was a white person show. Yeah, it's a white person show.
It definitely was.
I didn't know.
I mean, there were episodes that I enjoyed. There was definitely
because I mean, you know, they got good acting and stuff, so I enjoyed it.
I'm not gonna say it was a bad show, but it wasn't like I was
I don't know who
avid fan.
I was surprised with all the people who were protesting. Like, man, these many niggas watching Roseanne. Yeah. Like, I was kind of
listen.
Y'all watching Roseanne? This
a lot of people
show.
Was a staple. Like that was like All in the Family type deal. You know,
that nigga John Goodman.
Man,
yeah, John
Goodman is
Big Lebowski. Yeah, he was a nigga in there.
Yeah, he's a man. He had a lot of good movies.
Yeah.
He was good in Cloverfield.
Yeah, he was good in there. The second one.
Yeah, he chopped
was
that
that
dude up and had him in that barrel.
That movie was a part of the Cloverfield series?
Yeah.
That's why it's called Cloverfield.
Hold on.
It was 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I was about to say it was 10 Cloverfield Lane.
That's why.
But it was, because remember at the end, that's what was out there, the Cloverfield shit.
But I didn't see it though. It just showed the city was burned down and shit.
You didn't see the monster that she killed before she drove off in the car? That was one of the Cloverfield monsters.
You so behind. You so behind. Alright.
We got a little off topic there.
Yeah, my bad.
This man, he didn't even know. You don't even watch the movies like you should.
But on a lighter note.
But yeah, on a lighter note, that's a good movie. But with the Rose, but I feel like because I said this before, we do cancel culture, and I feel like, especially now with black people, any little thing that a white person does that offends a black person, we gonna cancel that shit.
Right. And I feel like it's almost.
We gotta stand up.
I feel like it's almost with us is like payback.
I'm okay with it. Like
we're getting revenge.
I know. That's just
really shit.
Yeah, because I feel like, and I tell people all the time, I feel like black people, we deserve to win. Mm-hmm. So whenever a black person wins some shit, hey, I'm for black folks, man. Get that shit. Like whatever you trying to do, bro, you deserve that shit. So if you get to get over on a couple of white people in the process, I know that sounds fucked up, but I'm with it. Go for it. Cause come on, man. How long we gonna be taking the L?
True.
Come on.
But that's why the fight back is so hard now. That's why you got all this stuff about what was it, poolside Patty and barbecue Becky.
Exactly, black people fighting back.
They like we're not gonna deal with this. No
but see, them white people you just mind your own business. White people.
That's
not
minding
your fucking business.
Down to. People. Just mind your business.
Like, you just not minding your fucking business. You
really did not have to involve yourself in this situation.
Going out the way.
Yeah, exactly. You're going out the way to come fuck with me, bro.
Every time I see one of these little things, there's been so many now. Once barbecue Becky came out, it was a slew of patties and
that's that.
You know, it was in every situation. I'm like, this could have been avoided if you would have just minded your own business.
That's the racist that's trying to wear their shit like a cape. Okay, we see your cape, racist. Like, all right, we see it. That's what you want to do, because that's all you want to show is so that we're white, we're supreme, we can just do whatever we want to do. Like, so you're just showing who you are, right?
The whole time I'm watching the video, and that video was long as fuck, barbecue Betty, I'm like, woman, nobody else is bothered by this but you. Everybody else going about their business. You see the dogs running and the birds flying and people walking by. They videotaping you because you're making a fool of yourself. This is literally bothering nobody but you. And you are causing yourself all this social media, everybody bashing you because you just could not let these niggas barbecue their chicken in the park.
Okay. So speaking of niggas and chicken, what y'all think about, the guy that got stabbed, over the Popeyes chicken sandwich? Got stabbed in the Popeyes, waiting on a chicken sandwich in Maryland.
I want to know why though. I don't know what the why he got stabbed.
Why did you get stabbed? Because I
was
just
it
can't
over
believe.
the chicken?
I can't believe.
Or was it because you got into an altercation at the chicken spot?
They were in the line, supposedly.
It had to be something else besides the chicken sandwich. Because I done met too many people that done had this chicken sandwich and said it's not that great. So I refuse to believe that this man was killed over this chicken sandwich.
I really hope it's not because of the chicken.
I mean, he was there for the chicken sandwich, so how could it not be about
it could have been an argument in the line. They said this line was wrapped around the wall.
Yeah, you been sitting with a nigga for 45 minutes.
He could
you could get an argument about anything.
Right. He wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for the chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah, we know that's the reason he went there.
He went there, but I'm saying he didn't get
because of the
stabbed
chicken
because of the chicken.
Did he get
I
stabbed?
would hope not.
That's what I'm saying. Did he get stabbed
Because of the chicken.
Did he have the
Yes,
last
he was
chicken
waiting
sandwich
for the chicken
and the nigga
sandwich.
stabbed?
Right, because he got the last
All right,
chicken sandwich.
hold on. Let me.
Yeah. Did he get now?
That's
now,
what I want to understand.
Now Popeyes.
Why did he get
You
stabbed?
got Popeyes and you got
Because
some.
now I
crack
feel
chicken.
like we right. What are you putting in this chicken Popeyes
Yeah, because you got niggas stabbing niggas
over chicken?
You
Because
said-
I feel like
we about to listen to the
You want to rewind it and play
yeah,
it?
just play it.
Through our investigation, our homicide detectives are hard at work on this one, but we have been able to determine that preliminarily that this is related to the release of the sandwich here at this restaurant. That this individual was in line, a line specifically for the sale of the sandwich when another customer and he got into an altercation, and that ended with the victim being stabbed outside of the business. We are asking, there were many people in the store at the time. We were asking anyone who was in the store at the time to please come forward and speak with our detectives. We are asking the person who did this
it had to be
to
something.
come forward.
That's my thing. That's premeditated. He came in there. There was an argument. He left and waited for him to come out and then
Exactly.
stabbed him. That can't be by.
He done said something he didn't want to. He done said something to him.
Yeah.
They bumped outside.
Yeah.
You just.
That was something else.
He done thought about stabbing that nigga
Yeah.
for something other than the chicken sandwich.
It could have been about the
Yeah.
chicken sandwich.
But stabbing him though?
That is extreme,
What
though.
did he
I want to
do?
know what it was, though.
I do
Like,
too.
what did you
He said
take
something
this
about his
man's
mom.
life for?
And they haven't
He
found
killed
him
him.
yet.
Man, now my question is it wrong for us to wonder what he did to get deserved to die?
Because it's
Because
a
most
mind.
people would be like, oh, it doesn't matter why he died. He died. You should just.
I mean,
just saying,
I am
wanna know why.
sad that
There's
he
nobody
died.
who pushes over the limit to kill
But when you,
at a restaurant. Who
With a
come
knife
on
in
now.
front of a lot of people.
I think that's what's going to cause people to want to know why is because they're associating it with this chicken sandwich. Because then people are like, come on, you can't tell me this 28-year-old young black man died because of a chicken sandwich. That's why people are going to be like, why?
Keith, his name is Keith Terrell.
Keith Terrell.
Kevin
Shout-
Terrell, sorry.
listen,
Kevin.
Prayers to your family. That is horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but I refuse to believe it was over a chicken sandwich.
We gotta do that.
I refuse to
It's hard to believe, but
I
okay.
refuse to hold his life level with a chicken sandwich.
Okay. So let's speak hypothetically then. What if it was over a chicken sandwich?
That's sad.
Then everybody have to make me think.
I want to know what's wrong.
The dude that's
what's wrong with the chicken sandwich?
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
What's in it?
What's
they
in
put
the
the crack.
chicken?
It could be crack. They did it to Coca-Cola back in the days. They putting all
I
kind of
mean,
shit
the
in
original.
food. They putting all kind of shit in your food,
original
bro.
recipe for Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you
called
can
Coke.
never trust what them people to do to get you to buy they item. I'm just saying, people say it's just a regular chicken sandwich.
Most of the people
Popeyes
that
chicken on the sandwich.
right. Most people say it's not that great.
I haven't tried it, and I don't really care to try it. It's
I'm not
a chicken
trying it
sandwich.
out, bro. I'm
But
good.
it's like
I haven't
wanna
been
try it.
interested in trying.
But it, to me,
good.
it's like it's one of those things that I just feel like I would not go out my way to get. Like if I was at Popeyes and the line wasn't long, I'm definitely not waiting for a chicken. Like you know what I'm saying? If I was in a regular line and we got a chicken sandwich, want to try? Like
But no,
everybody else does. We got this new
definitely
sandwich.
wait.
Want to try? Oh yeah, man, I try
But
it.
see, even me, I'm not because I
Yeah, the
recently.
line was long.
line was
Maybe
long.
45 minutes long.
Yeah, but I just went to Popeyes and I still didn't get the chicken sandwich. That's not even what I went there for. They had a special on the families.
And I like chicken sandwich, and I like spicy chicken sandwich. Let's just know that. I'm
I like
chicken
Wendy's
person.
spicy chicken sandwich.
That's my favorite. But I'm just
That'd be
saying.
my go-to
So you
for
know
a
that's
chicken
kind of
sandwich.
something because I don't want to have it.
Yeah, it was nothing special about the chicken sandwich. It was literally, it's just their chicken.
And
On
it
the
look greasy.
sandwich.
You
In
look at
between,
it,
in between bread.
Right.
and mustard. I mean, and mayonnaise and pickles.
Do
or
they
something.
put
They
anything
put
on it?
pickles on it.
Yeah,
No.
put mayonnaise and pickles.
It's-
Because they're
it's
trying to do
pickles.
it like
If you
Chick-fil-A. Because don't
if you
Chick-fil-A
get the
put pickles
spicy
on
chicken
there?
sandwich, you get like lettuce, pickles, and other shit. But if you get the normal chicken sandwich, yeah, you get like Chick-fil-A. It's like
It's just pickles. Yeah. I feel like that's what it was about, to rival with Chick-fil-A.
But
I wouldn't even give Chick-fil-A the
But
number one
niggas getting
chicken
aggressive
sandwich.
over this.
though.
Niggas getting aggressive because I went to a Popeye yesterday to get a chicken sandwich.
I
And
mean,
we got
people
to
they
a
getting aggressive.
because niggas
There's
got
been
to a
multiple
fight
fights over them sandwiches.
because they ran out of fries.
Those facts.
That was
So it wasn't
a
even a
fight
chicken
because they
sandwich.
ran
It was
out.
a
It
cousin
was because
fries.
they ran out of fries.
Listen,
I don't
They
even
got
like
to a fight.
Popeyes
I
fries.
feel like people are like irritable right now. The lady got hit with a. Remember, the lady threw her food at the McDonald's, and nigga hit her with a blender.
Yeah.
Knocked her out. Like, I'm talking about.
People
that's what I'm
are
saying.
tripping, though.
People are tripping. I don't even
Yeah.
think it's because of the popular sandwich no more. I think that's just this fast food is fucking with people.
I think people are stressed
irritable.
out.
Yeah, they're stressed out.
Yeah, they're stressed
they
out
want their
time.
shit right the first time. They want to be treated right. If you don't treat me right, I'm throwing this food at you. But now the people on the other side like, bitch, you
it's not.
We
that's what I'm
back.
saying. We in the culture now where people really not allowing stuff to fly. Customer service or not.
Nobody allows shit to fly. People are killing people, bro.
Yeah, they're not allowing
allowing
like these fast food. I done seen too many videos of these fast food restaurant people going back at it. I remember the one video where the girl was completely justified. The dude was arguing about his food, and this was a man, and he started attacking the girl.
The white lady?
No,
I mean the white dude.
it was a white dude with a black girl,
lady, I remember
and
that.
she whooped. And the thing that made me mad is she whooped his ass, so she did what she had to do. But this dude went to grab her. None of the men, including the male manager, went over to help her until she started hitting the
I
customer.
remember that.
That shit pissed me off.
Yeah.
I think that's a McDonald's.
Yeah,
I think it was a McDonald's.
I think it was. And
That
that's what I'm
pissed
saying.
me off. So you waited for her to put her hands back on him after she
But my thing is
grabbed
this.
her across the counter. Then when she that's when you want to run over.
So we can agree because like most people, like I ain't gonna lie, the first time it came out, everybody was like, oh, it's so good, it's so good. But now that is a wave where everybody's saying it's not good. Now it's not good.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a people wanting to be a part of some kind
exactly
of
what
That's exactly
social
what it is.
media.
They want to jump on the bandwagon. They want to get their clout. That's what it's called, right? They want to get their clout.
But they want to get their opinion on it.
But we gonna get the
But it's not
sandwich
even a
so we can
real
take a
opinion.
picture
They
with
just
it and put it on social
Right,
media.
they just want to go
And
with
say how
the
many
flow.
likes. Exactly.
You
Get
know?
likes for chicken sandwich. That's
Right.
that's the trending topic though. That's the
Yeah.
trending topic.
That's the new.
And why losing his
that
life?
flooded.
Why a nigga losing his life? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because one thing about me is I like watching YouTube shows. I watch a lot of the YouTube people that put out stuff, and that aggravated me to no end when I went to go through my little subscribers, and it was flooded with the Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. Who gives a fuck? Where's the shit that I normally watch from you guys?
Somebody, but they gonna go with what's popular.
Yeah, they will, but it just annoyed the hell out of me because really I don't care for either. So.
Exactly. It only matters to the people that eat Chick-fil-A and Popeyes.
Right, because I'm like, you battling between these, and I'm like, well, the problem is I don't want to watch this because you didn't even put the chicken sandwich that I like to eat in the middle.
Exactly.
So both of them lose.
Why
money.
was Wendy's not a part of this
Why
chicken
was
war?
Wendy's not a part of this chicken war?
That shit is
Why
spicy.
did they immediately go to chicken?
Because Wendy's is a burger joint also. This is talking about straight chicken places. Like Chick-fil-A chicken.
Well, I thought we was talking about
chicken,
the chicken sandwich.
It's just
I thought we was about a chicken
It's just
sandwich.
straight chicken places.
And I'm just gonna
Wendy's
say
chicken sandwich, spicy chicken
that
sandwich.
Wendy's is
Wendy's
a
is a burger
whole.
spot. Yeah,
But-
I guess that's why they ain't get it.
But you know why I think they didn't do it either? Because Wendy's is a whole gangster on Instagram and Twitter.
Oh.
When people started war with them, I don't know who they got working Twitter, man, but Twitter, Wendy's, have you ever seen some of their clapbacks?
I seen them.
Wendy's got the best clapbacks on Twitter and Instagram. I be like, damn, this gotta be a nigga.
Yeah, probably is
A black
pretty bad.
person doing these clapbacks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like that's why Popeyes didn't throw down with Wendy's on there.
They definitely got a better chicken sandwich.
Because you know, whoever running their Twitter account, they would have been on Twitter saying stuff.
But you know,
Of
and
course,
not,
we got to talk about the conspiracy too. You know, people out there talking about, they bring about this chicken sandwich, but because like we getting into the election and they want to take people's attention
away from what's going on.
really what's going on in the world and all that stuff. What y'all think about that? Y'all think that's bullshit or could it be possible?
I feel like this is a sad topic for me because I was completely depressed last year when I saw the percentage of people who do not go out and vote. Because I'm an avid person. Don't talk shit about who in office if you're not even gonna get up and go vote. Shut up. And it just pissed me off that all these people was talking all this shit like, yeah, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. Then when they did the next day and you saw the percentage of us, of black people that didn't go vote. But y'all all talking shit on social media.
People fake care.
They fake care.
That's just a part of this. Like
That shit pisses me
It's
off.
gonna people. Not everybody. Like we always say, not everybody gonna be for your cause. There's always gonna be those few people that's not really. They just there.
They
for
just there for the clout, man. Because I feel like
That's just.
I don't feel like a chicken sandwich war can really shake your values and morals when it comes to whether or not you care about electing. If it was able to, you didn't care in the first place.
Yeah.
Definitely should.
I just think people like food too. Anything that's consumable, people gonna
Definitely people
because
like
it's
food.
consumable.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Anything consumable because that's
So
what
they
we're
gonna-
based off consuming things.
They're gonna
So,
jump out there for everything.
They're gonna
That's
jump
just
out
like
there.
the
They're not gonna
Nike
jump out
thing.
there for the president because people don't really care. Because like I always say, even when Obama was the president, when he didn't affect everybody, so those people who he never really touched, nothing that he did really affected them, they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't give a fuck. They still living their same life how they feel.
Yeah.
So you know what's important to them? Popeye's chicken that they eat all the time.
Or the
Chick-fil-A that they eat all the time because they spend their money there all the time.
or all the stuff that, like I said, even when the Nike shit happened, everybody jumped on that. When they was burning Nike's clap back for that was good too.
Yeah,
That shit was good.
exactly. Everybody was burning, you know.
Yeah, and that was just the dumbest shit to me.
Clapback was
You're-
Easy's clapback.
Yeah.
That was
That's what they do.
they was like just
They
do
bought
it.
'em.
Just do it. You already done spent the money.
You just, that was my thing. You idiots! You've spent the money. Who are you hurting? You're burning your own money at this point. Like that.
But I feel like that's what everything was. Like Popeyes don't care because you buying the chicken
you
sandwich.
buying the chicken sandwich.
Keep going it.
Chick-fil-A don't care because they still getting their
But I'm just
business
thinking about it.
card.
Popeyes didn't come out with the beef between Chick-fil-A. We started that.
We started that beef
They
on
just
our
came out with a
own.
new chicken sandwich.
That's it.
We got this new. But that's why I
And
said
they
everybody
just
come out with
collected off
something
the
new.
clout.
But we just made
Because
this
it done
so
made it
much-
bigger. This is
So
why
now
we
can
can rap
sell.
around the building,
Yeah.
man.
We
Word
just
of
saying
mouth
this.
is a motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
I would,
It's all social media trends.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's a trend.
man.
I would hope that they wouldn't use something like that to control America.
Yeah.
But like the crazy stuff I've heard about the government, it's possible that they could use.
You telling me you ain't never seen Undercover Brother?
Undercover
Of course
Brother
I seen
was
Undercover.
awesome.
Okay, bro.
But
As I said, it's
That shit
possible.
real.
It's possible.
Mayonnaise is
They
a
could do it.
weakness. It's a weakness, bro. We eat the fucking mayonnaise, we get weak.
Hey, you over here eat the olive oil mayonnaise, you really get weak.
Man, it's good stuff. But I have more hope.
And
And
I'm like
I
white
hope
girl.
something like
that
that.
might be it.
Listen, that's your favorite saying, right? Light bright, damn near white.
That's my saying. You already know.
You know, that's
I love
another
I love my black
standard.
culture though. I'm for my black woman.
Just be flip flopping, flip flop.
I'm a man. I like what I like. Flip flop.
R.P. Pops. We miss you already, man.
Exactly. Hey, I'm a man. I'm allowed to like both. I like black. I like white. I like it like But man, it was a good podcast, man. It was a lot of. I think we touched so many topics on this podcast. This episode.
Right,
It was kind of passionate, but we like that. I like the topics that we talked about today, man.
definitely.
We want to keep up the good stuff, man. We want y'all to reach out to us. We want y'all to give y'all intake on how y'all feel about the podcast. We want to have more people to join us, man. Invite yourself. Let us know if you want to be on the podcast. We're in Orlando, man. We're doing big things, man. Up to something. We just out here giving out good stuff, man. Shout out to everybody that's following us.
And if you watching this, don't just watch us. Subscribe, goddamn.
Exactly. Put
Comment.
Comment.
Tell us what you
Let
want
us
to talk
know.
about.
Exactly.
What you
Comment
need to-
on what we talked about.
Yeah, give me your ideas. Some of y'all might not agree with how we think.
Yeah.
I know
We
other people
wanna
don't
hear
agree
it.
with me.
Let them know if Bill Bixby's always right. You know?
Listen,
Let them
inbox
know.
and say, let's come on the show and talk about
Let
it.
us know if y'all think Pablo really the supreme being.
He's not. I can tell you that.
That's a good one.
What? The hate is real.
But
I
we
refuse to call him that.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. You know, Frank, he always a guest. He's Frank. He's a love without fight.
He's-
Frank the comedian.
Frank the
He's,
comedian.
We ain't heard no damn comedic stylings yet.
As my white friend Heather says, he's DQ code.
DQ. Don't boost his head.
Why be in
I already
Corday?
think he- Enrique Suave.
All right, we out
All right,
this
man.
bitch,
We
man.
out this thing.